I say hello, everybody.
Hey!
What's up?
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
Oh gosh.
Hi everybody, welcome to Naked Roll Rats. We're doing something a little bit different today. This is something that we've done in other streams before, but have liked to do this as well.
Yeah,
I
love
can't
doing
do
it.
Tavern Talk. This is just us kind of shooting the breeze, having a good time, talking about some things and just enjoying life and the games and everything. So we'll go around real quick. I am Tam. I'm the DM of Naked Roll Rats, and go by she her.
I guess since I'm next technically, usually I'm let's do another.
I was gonna say we'll kind of go in order and then
Okay. So which order is it though?
go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm Ashley. I go by she her. So, hello.
And then it would be Tony, and then it would be Finch. So then Ethan.
Oh gosh, yeah, it skips a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I'm Ethan, and I go by he him.
What's going on? I'm Brad. I also go by he, him. I play ball in the Saturday campaign.
And before we get to our last person on this, Ethan plays Isaac, our wizard, and Ashley plays Arista, our bard. And then part of this is going to be an announcement for the channel. We're going to be starting up a Monday game. It's going to be a very different, totally adventure. We are starting a game that's going to be rotating, Mondays. It's called The Auditors. We are doing something much more fantasy, murder mystery, Scooby-Doo-esque on that game. And so the only title I'm seeing is Boblin, and I know that's not your actual name, but
Nah, that's what we're leaving it at.
yeah, for sure.
No, I'm Brian. I will be playing Boblin the Goblin on the Monday night game, and so I get to jump in and cause chaos, and I'm really good at that.
Yep, it's gonna be great. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about the Auditors later. But kind of want to talk a little bit about the Cardinal game on Saturdays, especially because, hey, we had some technical difficulties this Saturday. I fully blame hurricanes for that. Tony is usually in charge of our stream, and he had some terrible weather because there were awful storms going throughout the US at that time of the week last week. So we left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger to you guys. We kept playing, but
For a good 15 extra minutes, I think.
For almost like another hour. So like some stuff happened. There was a fisherman. Yeah. Which, I mean, we would love to replay word for word for you exactly how it played out, but I don't think that we would get the same effect with everything. So we'll kind of give a little bit of a wrap up on what happened on Saturday. Feel free, Cardinal players, if I miss anything or if there's something that you felt was like really poignant, you're more than welcome to say something. And then we'll just get into some fun just questions about the Cardinal game, and then we'll swap over to our Auditors is kind of the layout that we have for this. Sound good to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, from what people would have heard, Ball took a knife to a fish, to a man with tattooed gills. The gills instantly changed the man into a hideous fish man who was attacking him and like everyone around. Luckily, you guys have a wizard and a monk amongst you, so Stunning Strike and Hold Person were at the ready before just dispatching this cursed fish being into just oblivion. Things were, I think it was Ruby did the hit. Was it? Oh,
Yes,
it was
I
Chill
believe
Touch,
so.
right?
Chill touch, yes.
That did it. Yeah. Some people had feelings about that, of disposing of this being, but through some use of dispel magic and or not dispel magic, detect magic, and just kind of getting the read on this figure that you guys were interrogating, that whatever curse had been triggered had happened, and there was not means for you guys to fix him. So you dispatched of him, made a whole bunch of plans to go to really fight your way to Lindworn, especially after talking Ruby. It's probably the first time that you guys had a dose of hearing what has happened to Herona, while Ruby has been feeling things and doing things that way. You all were able to talk with Katri and the Dockmaster, and you were able to kind of expedite your boat. They should have it ready within a day if they literally do all hands on deck. Isaac was able to get some new spells for his spellbook, which will be great because you will have lots of time to copy things down, seeing you're going to be on a boat. It's funny. That's been like my number one thing about playing a wizard is like, where do you find the time?
Yes.
You play a sea-based campaign. and it expedites a lot of things.
Mhm.
Isaac, what do you want to do today? I'm downstairs.
I am reading. Do not bother me. I close the door and lock it.
Yes.
Every single day.
My eyes are about to fall out of my socket, but that's okay.
Yep. Magical tape just like holding your eyelids like to your forehead.
Ew. The idea of that makes me go, "Ooh."
Yeah.
I'm good though.
But yeah, you guys were also able to, the crew that you guys were able to talk with had easily agreed to join you. They're probably going to pick up some people on their own to be able to just fill the crew as much as they can. But yeah, that's kind of what happened in that hour and a half that we lost to the universe. Yeah, awesome. Did I see that right? Clear follow. Thank you so much for the follow.
Also, there was a lot of discussion about why Herona was doing this, along with the fact that we discussed that we think it was a god there. So they were discussing is how she got captured, and the fish people may have had something to do with the perversing of Herona's power. Mm-hmm. So there was talk of that too.
Yeah.
And poor Ruby was very much distraught.
Just feeling it.
Yeah. And Larissa just spoke at the dead fish person, completely unfazed.
I found it really interesting, like how everyone reacted just differently to either the news, like, or just how everyone handled within that interaction. It's always fun, like with a party. 4 to 5 is probably my favorite party size to play with, because it's just enough to be able to make it interesting and make it fun. And not everyone's like following the same thing, but it's also not so many that you like can't facilitate a party. But yeah, it was just really interesting to see the range that everyone handled that interaction. I'm very excited to see how many more tattoos you guys cut off.
Well, we're gonna start collecting them at some point, is what I'm quickly realizing. Right now we're at 0, so We can only go up.
Like, if that does happen, Arista wants a left gill. A left
just
gill
the left
tattoo
one.
skin. Yes. Why left? I don't know. I will say that I think a lot of it comes that Arista didn't like, she was more worried for the people and less for him. I think it also comes from Arista didn't realize the gods were a thing, and I don't think she really still has contextualized it. I don't think I think this is why she thinks it's like what does it like God's powerful? Like she again, Finch, I am so sorry. Like she thinks like this whole like I will say this, Arista wonders. Arista actually didn't want. She had enough tact to realize, are we sure she is like? Are we sure she's not doing this out of her own violation? So that was what she wanted to ask, but that just seemed cruel to ask Finch, and probably not the right time.
Yeah. I mean, especially like with you three here, like we have Arista who kind of didn't really know or care what the gods were. You have Isaac, who I'm really curious how Isaac feels about the gods, and then you have Ball, who's like, "Yay, gods are so cool."
What is Isaac's feelings on the gods, or are you unsure what his exact feelings are on them?
I think I don't know. That's a tricky question because I think the main kind of thought with Isaac is like he does not care as long as they don't really affect him. And for the most part in his life, they haven't really affected him, so he just doesn't really care. But with recent events, like I think that's changing.
Yeah.
So
him going to Sorna to try to like potentially get an answer was probably like a really big move for him.
Yeah, I view that as very much like it was out of pure desperate, like a Hail Mary, like let's see if this works. Because I'd say Isaac before the campaign is just not religious, just almost viewed it as like not idiotic, but just like didn't really understand why you do that when you can almost access that power yourself through magic. So
yeah. Is this interaction with all these gods what Ball thought he was going to sign up for?
Probably not, I would say.
I just wanted to get on a boat. I was going to fight some bad guys. What on earth is all this?
Yeah, I mean, his goal is ultimately the bandits themselves. Getting into the whole thing with the gods is going to stretch him out a little bit, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. No, it will be interesting to see how everyone, like, I feel like this is a question we'll probably revisit at a later tavern talk to be like, how's everyone feeling? Like, do we like the gods? Do we not? Like, especially because this group is probably, I mean, I've been playing in this world for 5 years now, and it's really interesting, like, how this group is one of the first groups that, like, doesn't have, not necessarily, like, a major, like, god, like, there's that god thread, but, like, everyone kind of had really good feelings about the gods in all of my other campaigns, and like the fact that there is that level of indifference in this group is just a little, it's like, it's really kind of fun to play through.
Yeah, I will say, thinking from Arista's point of view, like nowadays she's thinking gods are more trouble than they're really worth, which is not a good thing, considering with Ruby and Ball. Like, at first she was excited because, you know, it's like the funny thing is, like, I never got a chance to ask Ball, is like, does your goddess talk to you like Ruby does? But nowadays it's like, there's so much trouble. First the one that captured the other one, now they have a free one.
Yeah. No, it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. I know that we had talked a little bit about this, just shooting the breeze the other day, but Chat does ask a fantastic question. Is anyone planning on getting a firearm magical tattoo or any other kind of weapon tattooed?
Oh, Isaac for sure. I think that would fit him perfectly, but he's got to figure out how to actually do it.
Like Arista doesn't even like understands tattoos, but she's like, how would I like? That's the thing. She would like it, but how do you do that? Because here's the thing: Arista likes being the opposite to her people, and her people tend to not. Like, her people tend to be also heavily tattooed as well, I would imagine, being underwater, but at the same time, she's fully clothed, so where would she put it?
I mean, that's a great...
Face tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean...
Lasers.
No, but, like, here's the thing. I do want her to have a tattoo. But that's the thing. I do want her to have a tattoo, but it's like, she likes the, like, even though it hasn't been said here and there, she likes the luxuries. She likes it. So I would think getting a tattoo would also be like a luxurious thing to do, but getting a firearm? I don't know. Maybe it would be more of a musical thing if, like, she realizes that could be a thing.
I mean, you guys have not found the tattoo people yet, but they've got some fun ranges of things that they can do.
Yeah, I mean, she did see the guy that that technically Ball attempted to skin had a bunch of tattoos too.
I didn't try to skin anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
You had a skinning knife.
It was successful.
No, that's just what he had handy at the time. A dagger would have worked.
I mean, to be fair, the action was not completed, so did not complete skinning someone.
Yeah, Ruby killed him before I could finish it.
Yeah, I just poked someone, just gently poked with a knife. It's fine.
I was gonna heal him. Well, I don't know why you killed him.
Yeah.
I know we do remember that you were going to do that, but then he turned into full creature of the Black Lagoon thing. Okay, and not even that, because that's the okay. Now I'm going to shut up because that was going to give too much away because of it. Okay, I will say this because at least the monster from the Fish Lagoon is at least somewhat hot. That thing was not.
I mean,
I just heard somebody squeak.
The beholder, right?
I heard somebody squeak with laughter.
Hold it together, man.
Bob, breathe. I think I almost killed Bob.
A little bit.
We haven't even started that game yet. You can't have a new character to roll already.
Also, this is how I usually am. So there's a reason why I chose a slightly more responsible character, because this is what would have happened. Remember when Finch and I were playing more chaotic characters, what happened?
Yes.
I don't play responsible characters ever. Nope.
I say always. The two characters that I've actually gotten to play as a Forever DM, turned very parental.
Most of mine end up being support characters.
Oh, I love support.
I fall firmly in the. I saw a T-shirt on TikTok that says it was chaotic neutral. My actions are questionable. Don't worry, my motives are too. And I'm like, that's pretty solid about all of my characters.
Yep.
Most of the time, it's whatever my character thought would be funny at the moment.
And then you just go with it. What's the longest that any of you have played a character for? And what character was it?
3 years, currently going on 4 in my other campaign that started off as a Steam game, but is as going on. And she is Free Fair, the barbarian. She is, despite everything, she holds the brain cell, and she is, you know how everybody else is like the barbarian tends to be like the person, let's go attack it first. No, she is not. She is the person, please, Captain, do not attack it. Don't do this.
That's why you've been able to have a barbarian for 3 years. You're not the one going.
Yes,
killing
exactly.
yourself and jumping off the fence.
But the thing is, I've made bargains with 4 different people, so I have no idea how I'm still alive. A hag, with a
Hello.
possible thing.
Hello. I mean, Finch.
I'm so sorry I took so long. I just finished my thing and then I hadn't eaten all day, so I had to quickly get a snack.
You're totally good. Finch, if you want to introduce yourself, we'll.
Oh, hello. I am Finch. On the Saturday games, I play Ruby the Vertaz. Hello.
Hello, Ruby. Hello, Finch.
And then we'll be talking more about the Monday game here just in a second. But anyone else? What's the longest character that you guys have played?
I've actually ran 2 characters from 1 to level 20, both lasting about 2.5 years each.
Cool.
I've had 1 character go beyond like a year, and that was about 1.5 years. I played a character from level 1 all the way to level 14-ish is where we ended the campaign.
I really enjoy long. I love late game campaigns. Like I like the higher levels. I know some people don't. I know Tony hates them. But
I've never gotten to the level right there.
If
I'm on Tony's side with that.
if the DM really like prioritizes like balance, later levels are quite helpful for them. But if a DM could just relax with the goofy shit, that's when later levels just get fun as hell.
Yeah.
Oh no, I will say this as somebody who my character Free Fair, she's level 16 right now. I'm not sure if you ever see this 10 high, but he is great. But we are doing great. He lets us get away with a couple of shit that we shouldn't get away with. But no, I've always wanted to play at higher levels, but never got to. But this is like, it's fun. But you have to have a good GM to do it, because I've played a couple of higher level games with high, but if the DM is too strict or not strict enough, it gets boring.
Yeah, it for sure can. I mean, I played both of those characters were casters, and they were full on glass cannons. I'm talking. One of them did 700 points of damage in a single round by himself.
Jeez.
Ooh.
But
I think, my fighter by the end of that, it was my first ever character. I did a fighter and then eventually multi-class into warlock. Crit fishing with Eldritch Smite just completely obliterates Slater game. It is kind of ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I don't mind playing like as a player. I like the late game, but as a GM, I really don't like it.
The first one we ran, the big bad at the end of the game was a level 20 spellcaster that came in riding a magically enhanced Tarrasque.
You love that.
Oh god, that's fun.
How would you magically enhance a Tarrasque? Like that sounds so ridiculous.
If you think about it, Tarrasques have spikes on their back, meaning there's inherently something out there that eats Tarrasques.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Oh my god, you're right. But
probably other Tarrasques, but you know.
Bigger Tarrasques. Okay, that makes sense.
But I also mean, Tarrasques aren't even the highest CR rated creatures.
That's
so
true.
I mean, you get into like some of the 30 CRs up there.
Don't mind me just Googling.
That's what I was looking. That's what I'm. What are some of the highest?
So that's the thing, is the highest game that I've ever DM'd for, we got up to level 9 before the campaign fell apart. And so the Auditors game on Mondays is going to be starting at level 10. And granted, it's a much shorter game, much shorter whatever, but like wanted to give everyone the chance to play something higher because it's a short game, and we're going to be rotating things a little bit more on that game. But I'm so scared as a DM. Because I already don't roll well.
I'm only playing a 10th level cleric. It can't go that badly, right? It's not like they're known for everything in the game.
No, literally, I was looking at it. I was like, because we have Path of the Giant Barbarian, right?
Yeah.
We have a Divination Wizard.
Oh.
We have a Pact of the Genie Warlock, and then what was yours again, Finch?
It's Life Cleric.
Yeah, and Life Cleric. Like
I could have got Twilight. I had some mercy.
I'm setting myself up for just the absolute worst
shenanigans. Oh, I lied to y'all. I'm sorry. I thought a Tarrasque was 25 CR. It actually is a level 30 CR. So it is the max.
I was like,
CR.
Yeah.
I thought it was level 25, but no, 25 CR, but it's a 30 CR too.
I remember some of my players like theorized, oh yeah, we could totally take a Tarrasque. We just need to have a flying speed. I'm just like, improvised tree attack. Just throw that bitch at you. Like, it's not that hard.
I really wish that was 3 years ago. I wish I could remember what all like his magical enhancements to the Tarrasque. It was.
It just sounds so.
You think that's
the fact that we had a level 20 wizard riding a Tarrasque to start with?
Yeah,
like it was.
I also love doing some insane stuff for later levels because I do plan to have this campaign I'm running right now to eventually get to the higher levels. The final big bad of that game is going to be a satyr bard surfer bro who has a flaming guitar because of course he does.
That's what I.
So good.
You gotta have the ridiculous villains. They remember rule.
Well, I mean, the most recent one was a Chronergy mage, and I might have stuffed a nuclear bomb in an astral dreadnought's mouth during a time stop.
Of course.
I mean, those things may have happened. I mean,
I can neither confirm nor deny that shenanigans.
I just need you to remember it's never a war crime the first time.
I prefer to think of it as it's not a war crime if there's no one left to tell anyone it was a war crime.
I mean, yeah, but I do stand firm on it's not a war crime the first time.
Of course.
Tell that to Canada.
It wasn't a war crime the first time. They made a list.
Hey, look! Remember, the Geneva Convention was made because of Canada. They should know. They perfected
that. That's the Geneva checklist.
Yes, exactly.
This is how you write D&D villains. Just go down the Geneva Convention like a checklist.
Yeah. Have you performed all these things?
Do that.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that necromancy even is a thing, like that's got to break a whole bunch of rules if that was actual real lifeness. I mean, there's got to be something against
using the dead.
Hey, yeah, let's just raise a whole undead army to fight against things. Like that's totally fine.
There's like a clause you have to like opt out of if you don't want to be revived by a necromancy wizard.
I will say this.
That's somewhere in your legal paperwork.
Like, I really have like I would really like. There is a part of me that says I want to play a necromancy wizard, but where would that be appropriate to play?
Always. A necromancer is just a healer that has to wait a little longer.
Yeah. Because one of my old ideas is of a character who accidentally got into necromancy because they wanted to heal, and it's like they were explained, well, we'll teach you healing. It was just to find out that the healing happens after they're dead.
I'm just imagining like a whole bunch of like, because that people will get like the DNR tattoos now, just make sure that people know there's an E at the end. It's like, do not resuscitate ever. Like
it's DNRR. Do not resuscitate or resurrect.
Little asterisk after the DNR, and then there's another tattoo in like really small fine print on your foot. Says
No resurrection.
I mean,
Subject to
Because
haunting.
Yeah, the thing is, people can even resurrect, even though without necromancy. Because remember, some people can go on the whole fucking quest to revive somebody, and then what happens when they're like, "I don't want to come back. I'm happy you're dead."
that always talking about necromancy. It always makes you think of the old joke of, "You have my sword to avenge your brother. You have my spells," and the necromancer, "You have your brother."
I remember. I knew where this was going.
That's your brother.
You always have to do the like Papyrus voice, just always like Skeletor.
Remember.
Oh, that reminds me. We have a NPC in my game. Of course, he's a bard. He's a skeleton that plays the trombone, and his name is Davy Bones.
I don't know if it's just because I don't know the level of silliness to do a campaign. The fact that we have a homeboy now, I'm just like,
yes,
you know what?
homeboy.
It's fine. Like it's
Bust it down for us, homeboy.
Don't be hating on homeboy now.
Can we take him on our ship?
We
and just
will
let him,
protect
like,
homeboy.
Can we take him on
Homeboy's
our
gonna be-
ship, and whenever we land places, we have him like sing us like a shitty song as an introduction?
No, it's gonna be the most he's going to do like full on Madison Square Gardens for you everywhere you go. Like it's going to be
Like, I want Arista to meet homeboy because he's a little bard. He's gonna be looking the little bardling. I need to teach him some music. I need to teach him how to play speak like, what was it? What's her other one? Infernal, so he can creep people out. I have to.
No, it's gonna
He's gonna follow y'all around like this, just
Oh yeah, let's go. The sound of the hero is coming to save the
only
day.
if he can ride on balls back. Just like
he's strapped in like a just.
Can we go in like ascending order of like tallest to like smallest on the top?
Yeah.
And when it gets real dangerous, he's over there. Hang on.
To be continued.
French is trying to sneak into the Saturday game in every way that he possibly can.
For real. Now, whenever we do sneaking, you have to play the Pink Panther theme, okay?
I bet I can do that. Hang on. No, that first one's Secret Agent Man. Secret Agent Man.
Of course.
I mean, Homeboy's probably one of the more recent, just fun moments. But what has your guys' favorite moment of the game gone so far?
For me, I think it has to be Ruby fucking up the boat. It was just so funny.
Both times.
Both times, honestly. I can't pick a favorite one as I picking a favorite child.
Yeah, I will say one of the funnier moments. It's like saying we need to be like pirates, and it's like so we have to start dressing like pirates. And Finch saying, and Ruby saying hello, and then responding hello.
And then Ruby immediately catching on, just going hello. Just capitalizes them so well.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that just Ruby just like tailing her tailing Arista like a fish being stalked by a cat, which is actually what is happening.
Pretty much, yeah. It's great. I'm also a big fan of when we did the Circle of Death, like the Darkness Cloud of Death for the first time.
Oh my god!
And I could hear Tam realize how much of a mistake it was.
I felt a little broken inside in that moment, and and every combat when that stinking ball of shadow pops up, I'm like, gosh dang it! I forget that you guys have a death dome.
Because why not?
Yep, as you should. Ethan, you were gonna say something. Was that right?
I was gonna say, like, I've really liked interacting with the Balasars. I think that's been really fun to roleplay out. And then the time on the ship has been really fun as well. Just interacting with like the different crewmates and the captain.
All of your guys' reactions to the captain were so funny to me. Like, it was so wildly different with every single one of you. I mean, you probably will find out more stuff about her, but like, she just doesn't do well with people lying to her. And the fact that like 3 of you consistently did, and she kept being mad at you, and then you all had very different reactions to that. It was...
I think the funniest thing is that Ruby was the one of the only ones that didn't lie to her, and he found her the most suspicious.
Yeah.
It's the smoking.
Yeah,
clearly.
I did forget that technically Arista has like directly to the captain's face too, with a couple by bringing on that flute that she technically did not actually surrender.
No, all of you had like, I love just when my favorite thing ever is when players get comfy and they forget that the world is around them. And so they're just like, yeah, we stroll onto the boat. It's like, there are people on the boat that are watching what you are doing. There are people, like, this goes back to Saturday where you guys were like, we'll go grab the Dockmaster. I'm like, the Dockmaster's in the room with you. He saw all of that go down. Like, that's, as a DM, that's my favorite thing, because it means that you guys like are like in the moment, but at the same time, it's like,
I actually forgot he was
please be
there.
careful of what you're saying and doing.
I think at that moment I did remember he was in there, but I thought it'd be funnier if I said nothing.
I mean, all I cared that Jib was safe.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, like, we didn't care much about the Dockmaster, but we cared about his dog.
Yeah, the dog matters. And
Really?
Brett, I know that you've only played a couple of sessions. Any highlights? I have one for you besides Homeboy.
I don't know about the favorite part. I know the most annoying part was trying to get to that fucking ship.
That was my favorite part.
Oh, that was stressing me out so much.
I was laughing. I had to mute myself throughout the whole thing because I was laughing at that. I'm like, a part of me said, like, please jump in to see somebody has to go save.
I was burning through everything just trying to get there. I'm like, God dang, man, this is aggravating.
I mean, you
Meanwhile,
literally like turned into like a skipping rock to get there. It's like, I will not sink in this water. I will not do it.
You can't get away from me that easily.
Yeah. Oh man, no. It's gonna be great if you guys find that boat again. We'll see what happens. You'll be able to tell there's gonna be a little singe on the top. And there's gonna be like just like a little stitch at the bottom of like on the hull.
Oh, another favorite of mine, I have to point this out, is when I realized I could do the Pax of the Blade thing on the sword, and I just heard a tab. I have to figure this out now.
Yeah, you and me both, friend.
We're gonna call this session here today.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I didn't. It's funny because like like that opened up a can of worms in a weird way, because it was just like, oh, you need to talk to this thing that's over the sword, because you guys wouldn't just let it go, which is totally fine. No. That's the point of having a cool object. Like, you guys rolled well enough to find it, and I thought that like you guys were just gonna leave it alone after 4 different people checked it, like, and tried. I was like, okay, cool.
Why would we? There's something interesting with that sword. We have to fix it.
And the fact that it was like, oh well, I can just pick it up. I'm like, I mean, technically, you're not wrong, but technically,
you're not right.
Yeah, I was watching when y'all did that one, and my thought was, looks like someone gets a new character. You picked it up, and you're dead now. Good job.
Yay!
Yay.
Time to make a Shadow Monk so we can do the Circle of Death again.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh no.
no, I say no. Hey, no, I have a rule about this that we've already established. Everyone can only have like one kind of thing in a group. We've already talked about vampires. We've already talked, and now we can add shadow monks. That I will only do.
All right.
Only.
Fine.
It's okay. Everyone wants to be Tony. It's fine. Don't tell him I said that.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be Tony?
Who wouldn't want to be like
the people who have played with Tony the longest?
Y'all need to sit in on mine and Tony's Friday night game sometimes, where him and I play brothers that are Goliath barbarians.
Oh, you told me about them.
So
yeah, he told us about it.
Scary.
Oh man, we cause so many problems. I'm fairly certain there's times that our DMs just like, I don't like them.
The game that I played before this one, Tony and I also played brothers. So I think it's really funny that is, I mean, it's a really fun RP moment. Like you automatically have an RP buddy, so that's really, really nice. But yeah, just like it's really funny to like have that connection with someone within the game immediately, so that way it's like, oh well, if we get into shenanigans, it's okay, it's expected almost.
I will say this much: I don't think I don't have a backup character, but I will say, like Tam already knows, should anything happen to Arista, the backup character is going to be another bard, but it's going to be the bard of from College of Dance. Just because I really want to try it, but I will try and keep Arista as alive as I can because I love Arista, and I would have to think of a new voice for the new character.
If I was going to make a new character after if Ruby dies, I definitely would want it to be some kind of frontliner just to help out the team balance. I was thinking of trying New Ranger.
Character crafting is like my favorite part of D&D, so I always have 7 or 8 characters.
I mean, I do have a supply I could use, but I want to make something.
Same. I have a character.
Oh, it's the best thing because as a DM, you make so many kinds of different characters you can just bring over to other games. It's so fun.
Yeah, like I have a Barbarian, which is her whole thing is that she is like the very tiny stereotypical girly girl, but she is a barbarian, and it's a hilarious thing because the whole line of family is barbarians, but they are big, brash, strong, and somehow she is still very big, strong, and everything else. She just happens to be tiny, slight, and skinny, and very girly, but so yeah, her whole thing is trying to go out into the world and show how she is as tough as her family, except just cute.
That sounds like so many like YA / romance heroine.
Yeah, but
I'm so small, but I also can take down a dragon. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, but this one is because she's an actual fucking barbarian, not because she's pretty.
Do something about it.
And she's cute, but she is not afraid to actually, hit. Oh, I have to be back. Somebody's calling.
Okay. I'm always so bad. Like I have characters for games that I never played, but I never I never have a backup character because like I focus so much on that person that I forget that that's probably something that I should do. But
just pull a character from a one shot and call it good.
Yeah, exactly.
I will
That's
say
what I end up doing.
My standing rule has always been if a DM kills my character, I create one more chaotic than the last. I had an Oath of Vengeance paladin that got disintegrated.
I know.
So I created a fairy College of Eloquence bard.
Ooh.
Who convinced
College of Eloquence?
Who convinced the ruling body of a city to let him be the mayor?
por favor, llame cuando llegue, ¿ok?
Um,
Que cuando llegue, que por
I
favor,
have
llame.
I have such
Gracias.
feelings about College of Eloquence, only because I think it's a little bit broken. I feel like
for sure.
the third
It
and
is.
what is it, third and sixth or third and 10th should be flipped. You shouldn't be rolling plus 10
Yeah, no, it's
like
it's
so
insane.
straight off the get go. Like so,
Yeah,
you
but
should
It's
swap
not
that.
even just plus 10. It's you can't roll less than a 10 on the dice.
Yeah, that's it.
Plus 10.
Hence the plus 10. Like
But
it's
I'm
like
not talking about like
It's insane. It's insane.
you're over
It's
there.
crazy,
that
too, when you think,
legitimately-
They've said, like, I think Wizards has said in past, like, advantage basically equals, like, +5. So you're getting, like, double advantage just all the
much,
time.
so much.
Crazy.
so bad.
I
That
feel
with
like
my
playing
is just a
College
little
of playing College of Eloquence, you need someone who's very like the one I've played. I tried to make very kind of meat and not very like take control of a situation, but more try and diffuse it, because then it doesn't quite take charge of things as much and doesn't quite like just bulldoze through social interactions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why I originally decided against Eloquence. And like again, if I do end up going for the Eloquence part, I am 100% being okay with some of the things being switched up, because fucking hell, even new Eloquence part is like ridiculously like still
ridiculous.
OP.
In the campaign I played in with Tony before, Tony was a Hexblade Warlock Eloquence Bard multi-class.
Oh, don't get me started on Warlock.
And
Oh
also,
no.
one of my favorite.
he was a lawful evil character, and I was playing the Chronogy Mage Turtle.
That's right. That's the
And I should have been able to roll high enough on an Arcana check to know who his patron was. Never could. Like every time I tried, it was legit like a nat 1. So it just became a bit. My character had no idea, and we ran a consistent trope of we would go into a new area, we'd end up killing the leader, and then Tony would use his Warlock feature to of many faces where he could just look like whoever, and Eloquence to convince everybody that he was them. Consistent, like 5 times, like 5 different cities. We convinced them that Tony was the leader.
It is so funny to me how good D&D dice are at telling a story. Like,
I love it.
I mean, the fact that like I joke about the tattoos thing with the Saturday game, but it's just like the fact that keeps coming up and people keep doing that check. It's like, okay, cool. Like, if this becomes a thing, fun. Like, that's super specific to this game or whatever. But like, the fact that there were like the dice told the story for that game, like it's technically a game of chance still. But like, it's so crazy how awesome they can be at like the dice can listen sometimes.
I have a story about that because at a time the dice didn't listen to me. I had this whole encounter set up, this fight set up. The party managed to divert it by using an illusion of a dragon. And just completely diverted the entire fight. I spent quite a bit of time planning. I was like, fuck, I need to think about this a lot. What's going to happen? The dice told a story that day. Because it allowed that to happen, I then had to go around and think, what can I do? Oh, there's a religion in this land that is known for worshipping dragons. The guard that were now chased off by the dragon illusion think that the church is working with the revolutionaries. You've accidentally started a religious war. Congratulations.
Oh no.
There was a time
completely
where
different than what I had planned, but the dice just made it that way. But sorry, go on.
There was a time that Tony and I did something that made everything we fought from that point forward be huge. Because I put a wall of force, but you can make it into a dome.
Ooh, yes.
Over top of a dragon that was fit inside the dome. And Tony used Cloud of Daggers because it's just a point you can see. And we basically made a blender.
I love that.
For an hour. So we just sat around it and watched
If Artem
Watch
gets
the blade
Cloud
spin.
of Daggers at some point, I will not allow that to be in the Death Dome at the same time. I'm putting that here now.
Hard veto on that.
You will
Because,
forget that, and Tony's going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
And
I
saying
know.
like fight around things players do often is a thing DMs do often, at least for me, because one of my players fucking loves grappling, just loves it, makes an entire build around it. So every once in a while, like I let them have their fun, of course. Every once in a while, a creature can't be grappled, and every time they complain, even though every other creature until that point is fine to be grappled. No, it's the one they can't do it that they remember.
Yeah. Oh, I loved so much how much Artem was just like, I hated those dumb turtles and like that dumb, and I'm like, yeah, how does it feel, guys?
Oh, I love
He
it.
hated it. I got caught in the blast. I was getting...
The person who was
I
caught in the
know.
blast was actually just what do you call it? It was just
It was,
Ethan and
It was Isaac's you a little
Isaac.
bit and Artem a lot. Ruby was just on the side 1v1ing like a barbarian-esque one. Like he was fine that entire fight. Nothing really happened.
As was
to him.
Arista. Arista only got hit once. And then Isaac went invisible.
Yeah, I tried to just immediately run away once I got hit by like 2 of those. I was like, okay, I'm sick of the darkness. Get me out. I don't want to be in here anymore.
I don't want to be in the Wild
I
Wide
don't wanna
anymore.
be here anymore.
I just needed you all to know what my pain felt like, just a little bit. It doesn't feel good to get beat up in here, so
Be thankful
Gosh.
that I now have my I now use my spell slots on smites instead of shadows.
yeah.
A little bit of mercy to ship combat. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
No. Good stuff.
I'm going to tell you, ship combat, the best thing is just launch a firebolt over there.
Oh, trust me,
Fireball,
we
I got
did that
fireball now. It's
We did
Yeah,
that.
now he does.
Shove a hammer through the hole. Call it good.
We did
Not-
we basically did all of that. Like what like kind of happened was just like immediately set the ship on fire, sink it from the bottom, evacuate everyone, just all in one fell swoop, cloud of darkness through the entire ship, just boom. Oh, it was
I
great.
That
did-
could have gone so badly, you guys. I'm just saying. There were so many people on that boat. That could have gone so badly.
I will say, getting higher levels, I did one time ask someone to hold something for me, which was a delay blast fireball, glowing little orange dot. Here, hold that for me.
oh my
Oh,
Did you grab Glyph of Warding, Isaac? Or was that not? I know it was on the list, but I don't think that was one that was.
No, I don't think I
That they
grabbed
gave
it.
to
I
you.
put a
Yeah.
bunch on there. I think I
So-
put
so
like
we're
most
not
every
making
ritual
the-
spell on there.
So we're not making the nuke then. That it's just a Glyph of Warding fireball
Oh.
every day on a book, just every day.
It's fine. We'll get there.
I wanna. Oh man, I don't play often, and I don't play wizards like at all. This is like the first time I played like a wizard like in depth. But I've like looked at their spell list and like some of the late game spells. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can do like
they say
so
that
much
the-
cool stuff, like
they
simulacrum
say
and
that the
stuff
video
like
is
that.
weird.
Yeah, the video. got
We're not on there. All
Yeah.
our webcams are not showing up. It just shows the tavern talk.
Yeah, I think that's because Tony's thing timed out since he wasn't on here.
Yeah, I think so.
Tony,
Well,
yeah.
now it's
Tony's
time for
stuff
the
talking.
audio
Just
only
listen to the
version.
I'll
sultry
return in a moment.
sounds of our voices.
I've actually figured out that as great as Simulacrum sounds, the easiest way for a DM to shut down Simulacrum, not give you 12 hours of downtime.
Bro. I've only used
I've taken Simulacrum several times and never been able to cast it because I've never had 12 hours to sit around and do it, and I'm fairly certain that's
Is that the
been for a
casting
reason.
time? 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I say that. I'm pretty sure it may be longer than 12, actually.
Oh no, I see. Yeah, 12 hours.
I'm I mean,
we're
on a boat.
I've only used Simulacrum like once as a DM. I used it only for a joke character who runs like 5 stores in town, but it's all just him and his simulacrums, and his name is in fact Tiny Tony.
Hey, sweet. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. No, I think that was like, I think that's one of the reasons why people don't play a lot of like seafaring campaigns. Is
there's plenty of that
crap. Like, there's a crap ton of downtime, and like, how do you make the encounters interesting when you're like traveling for so much? Like, I mean, Wind Waker is a fantastic game, but there's some points where you're just like, I'm so sick of sailing. Like, can't I just fast travel everywhere? And you can, but like, how do you do that? Like in a D&D game?
I will tell you that the best and worst character to have tons of downtime is an artificer.
100%.
They can do so much with downtime.
Yeah.
You know, wizards get to add, you know, they get to fill their spell book, which is great, but you can also only have so many prepared.
Right.
But an artificer over there, just hours and hours of downtime is
I love artificers so much. I love
building their own magic item shop.
Yeah, building their own magic items, whatever they want to do.
This is a fun little just like Easter egg that like I don't think anyone in this game would really know. But the black candle that Artem like bamfed him over to where Hodges was, the main merchant for that as an artificer from one of my other campaigns, like his goal was to like make those black traveling candles, and so I was like, okay, cool, like that's what you do. And he told me all the ways he's gonna make shop for it and everything. And so because this game happened after that one, it's like, if you guys ever go up like northwest on Idune and encounter a nice gnome artificer named Sherlin, like that was a previous player in a previous game of mine, but like that was his whole goal, was to do those candles.
I love that. That's the like one of the best parts about running campaigns in like the same world is like running into like old PCs and like events that have happened in other campaigns. That's just really fun.
Yeah. But I know that if he was in this game, I would be so just absolute screwed, because like even in that game, I was just like, you have to stop making things that are making this really difficult for me.
Make some smoke bombs.
So one of my favorite things that he made is he made a little like automaton thing named Dexter, but it was 2 hands like stacked on top of each other and like walked around like the hand from the Addams Family sort of thing. But like he gave Dexter so much stuff to like go drop around places, and so
oh my god.
If you guys ever meet Sherlin, you will definitely meet Dexter. But like I thought it was just, I'm really glad that there's not an artificer in this group. I'm already worried about
I mean, I do need to work on a backup character.
Yeah. I have to make one myself.
Yeah.
I want to play a full-on artificer one time, just go all the way through.
I'm currently playing one artificer in a 2014 game. It's a Spelljammer campaign, so artificer it's right in. It's really fun. Especially because I kind of like metagamed a little, well, not metagame, but I kind of made a powerful build on purpose, because the DM was kind enough to let us have one, I believe, rare magic item it is. So +1 shield, plus the armor artificer, so heavy armor, plus the infusion for +1 armor. It means no one's hitting me anytime soon.
And that's where we start throwing dexterity saves.
Lots of dex
things.
Trust me, I've had plenty of those, and I failed them all.
Oh. Yeah, I'm playing a barbarian on Friday nights, and then the Monday night I'll be playing a barbarian, because I've never done full martial classes, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love barbarian. It's one of my favorite classes.
My
Sorry
Friday
about
night
that.
game I'm doing.
My internet went all weird.
You're good.
My Friday night game is a Path of the World Tree Barbarian.
Oh, I want to try that so badly.
It's been real nice. Doling out temporary hit points every round. So, like I said, Tony and I are brothers and both barbarians. So we stand by side, and Tony just gets, I think it's 2d6 right now every round of temporary hit points.
Goodness.
And so I'm just doling them out.
That's one of the reasons I played with a Path of the Beast barbarian when they were playtesting it, and like the fact that you could bite things and heal. I'm just like, that's such a fun thing to throw at a barbarian. Like,
unfortunately, it is only when you're like below half HP, and it is like kind of negligible healing, but it's still good.
Yeah, and that is after they released it officially. Before, when it was just playtesting, it was pretty much whenever. And like when you're getting that level of healing on those, like when you're still pretty high up, like it made you feel very invincible. I get why it's now half, but I don't miss having to deal with a Path of the Beast barbarian. There was nothing I could ever do against him. It just was rough.
I find these days they might have overbalanced it a little bit, because compared to other barbarians, it does kind of underperform. That's mainly because natural weapons are just worse compared to martial weapons in terms of damage.
Yeah.
True.
Definitely one of those a super fun lower level barbarian, but it doesn't necessarily
it does not scale well past like level 6.
Yeah.
I mean, looking forward at all that the Path of the World treat, man, there's a lot of good things that show up for the Path of the World tree to be not just your frontliner, but also a support character.
Yeah, I've read that, because I know I have the thought of creating a character with that particular version of Barbarian, but I'm like, I want a decent story. Like I have a terrible thing. I first choose character, then create around it. So
I've gone through various phases of what is my favorite class. For a good while, it was Barbarian, but recently I've just completely fallen in love with Warlocks. They're just so fun.
I will say this one, as a person whose first love has always been clerics, I really, really do love me my Warlocks nowadays.
Oh my God,
and
well, especially after the 2024 shift, like there's definitely some other love to spellcasters that was being
putting
pushed.
priority on the invocations that Warlocks can do was absolutely the right choice. It's so good to have that variety.
It really is, honestly. I remember, despite the fact that it was always better, like pure Warlock wasn't always a thing, because it usually is better if you played like a Warlock bard, whatever, a Roguelock better, because that usually helped with the Warlock stuff. But nowadays it's fun if you have it, but now you don't need it as much as you used to back in the day, you know?
No,
that's why do hold their own now.
Yeah, that's why I like, at least me as a DM, I will always say, okay, let's start with something that's written, and then how do we make this fun for you? Like, if you need something tweaked, if you need something adjusted, so that way you can have the most fun with your character, like, do that. That's what you should do. It's D&D.
That reminds me. One of my players is playing a Arcane Trickster Rogue, and they talked with me a little bit, and I was like, okay, you want this character to be a little more powerful. How can I help with this? What I ended up doing was made a custom feat for them, where when and only if a cantrip deals damage with a dice and rolls to hit, you can add your sneak attack damage onto the cantrip.
Nice.
It's the prerequisite is you need to have at least one level in rogue for obviously sneak attack damage.
Right, of course.
Wait,
they've been enjoying it very much.
talking about clerics, 10th level cleric now can
Oh God.
do some disgusting things.
Oh
trust
yeah.
me.
A 10th level cleric as an action can use their divine intervention to cast Hallow. That's a 24-hour casting time spell as an action because it's 5th level or lower. Like, just Hallow.
You just
Bro.
have to get to 10th level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Do you
thing.
remember?
I will say
One
it's some-
Shot Boys?
Oh God, I remember I have played as a cleric once before where most of the other, like at the time I was playing a life and support cleric and I did a lot of holy stuff, but at one time the other people were down. So I managed to hold my own for like 5 turns just by casting Divine Smite, and because I had added them just in case. It's like, you know what, guys, I should add them. They were like, we'll make sure you're fine. You don't have to worry. But it's like, yeah, I'm glad I did because I managed to hold my own. But this was, I think it was a level 11, I think at the time. But yeah, Jesus.
Brad, did you ever use that frozen, that like frosty wizard that we talked about?
You talking about for my kid?
Yeah.
Well, 8-year-olds being 8-year-olds tend to get into a shit ton of trouble, so he's not had the opportunity
Not
to
yet.
even play. He got kicked out of school last week and did some shit before, so it's like,
I'm just excited to hear about it because, like, I don't know, a ice tundra frozen themed wizard just seemed super fun.
I've got a one-shot already planned out for him. I finished building the character maybe the day after you and I talked.
Yeah.
And then he just started getting in trouble after more trouble. And I'm like, damn it, kid, I just want to play this game. Come on.
Come on.
It's like,
You know what?
I want to put the parrot thing down for a minute. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
I feel that in my bones. I have 4 boys.
I'm sorry.
I feel that deep in my bones.
I got 2 and 2.
I want to do fun things. Like, stop being an idiot. Like, I've got things we want to do.
Yeah. My Tuesday night game, I run. I started running it specifically because my 2 oldest kids asked me to DM another game for them. Ended up being 6 people on the island this game. Running Curse of Strahd for all of them.
Oh, Curse of Strahd, really?
Yeah. I was actually working on that when the stream started. It was sitting right every side of me. But
I enjoyed
running all that.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, they're having a blast with it. My daughter's rogue already got killed. She thought it was a good idea to sneak off in Valaki one night and murder one of the town guards, and didn't think there was going to be any consequences for that.
Splitting the party.
Oh yeah.
Like
I can't help myself.
What kind of people
She survived the night. It was the next day on the constant manhunt for a tiefling in a human town. Yeah, it didn't last long.
Didn't take long.
No, she lasted maybe 2 hours the next morning and already had a spear in her back.
Yeah.
I will say.
Oh, sorry, good.
I will say I said some of the most horrible things I've ever said when I played Curse of Strahd, because my character ended up with a curse and a boon all in one, where I had these nice bone dragon wings that I could fly with, but I only could survive if I ate a pound of bones or a pound of grave dirt every day.
Oh.
And we got into a fight with Strahd, and we actually were doing great. We had great rolls. Everything was doing. He was started to run from us. Man, I yelled out at one point that because we were in the catacombs and we found out that his mother was buried in the catacombs. So I was like, "Hey, which one's your mom in? I'm gonna eat her bones first." Did he come back to fight? Yes. Did he snag me and drag me off and kill me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Also yes.
Yeah.
Also yes.
The cool part with this one is I was talking to Tony about it when my daughter's character died, I actually had Strahd bring her back as a vampire. So now I'm terrorizing the entire party with her character. Like every place where you would normally have Strahd like come in and talk to him or whatever, it's always her character instead of him.
That's good.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
I laughed so hard when I saw what DK Russell asked. It's just like, do people actually split the party these days? Have you not watched this game, our Saturday game? It happens so much, and it gives me so much of a heart attack. And you guys have to stop doing it, because then if you die, it makes me feel like I'm guilty for killing you.
So keep doing it, okay.
Listen, you can't stop me. I'm going to force it now.
Yeah.
I will be splitting the party.
We're gonna split the party on the ship somehow.
Yeah, it's gonna be the slowest TPK ever. You guys go into a room to investigate one at a time, and every person just slowly types off.
I wonder what happened to them. Just walks into a room.
I think
Giant
the worst
mimic ship.
The worst TPK I ever got us into was legitimately we were very low level, and there was a chest in a room, and we went to check it out, and obviously was a trap. And spikes fell out of the ceiling and killed all of us because we all went into the room to figure out what's in this chest.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
That's hilarious.
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. FYI, yes, I got a night delivery, and you missed the wonders of living in a non-American country. You do get deliveries at 9 p.m.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
I can say this actually, I've always wanted to play a Curse of Strahd, but I've never gotten past a certain point. And yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say, this is not gonna be nearly as long of a thing as we usually do, just because it was just having a good time. But just wanted to talk a little bit about the Monday game that we're gonna be starting up. So that's going to same time as our normal Saturday game. So
the wizard should always be protected. Like, our fucking wizard is stronger than most of the party.
Isaac has muscle that the rest of you guys don't have, except for Ball now.
Yeah,
that wizard can take care of himself. We need to protect the actually no, we're all fine pretty much.
Yeah. Technically, right now, the only reason Arista should be protected is because the only reason Arista should be protected is because of everybody's kidnapping the goddamn bards.
Yeah, no, we need to protect the bard. That's the job.
It's
Which is a weird thing.
The bard's just supposed to seduce their way out of it.
Isn't
that that's what a bard does, right?
I mean, it depends on the bard.
Yeah.
I mean, my bards usually annoy their way out of situations.
Yeah. Do you know who are the people that actually sleep with people? It's my warlocks.
Yeah, no, it's true. Cough, cough.
I gotta make pacts somehow.
But yes, you were saying about the Monday game time.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's gonna be starting up playing the same time. Let's see. Can I do time math? 8:30 Central? Yeah. Cool. On Mondays. And that's gonna be running for at least a month or two. It's gonna be about a 4 to 5 session mini campaign. And we've got Finch playing, we have Brian playing Tony, and then we also have another player, Larry. She's also going to be playing as well. So a little bit of mixture of both campaigns as far as players go. Potentially we'll have different Saturday people come in and play as we rotate and everything. So that's going to be fun. So just tune in for that. That should be a good time. Any immediate questions that you guys have about, especially those that are playing in the Monday game, any immediate questions that you guys have about it?
Nah, I mean, I'm down for just the chaos of, you know, short campaign of Scooby doing it. Like, I'm down for just Scooby doing it off in there.
We need to do a check on every person we meet to see if they're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Bob will walk up there just, can you just real quick? Nope, we're done.
It's all just like glamour.
But yeah, I suppose one question I would have would be, how much should I hold back on cleric bullshit?
0.
I'm gonna say absolutely. You have. I know Larry enough as a player, and I know Tony enough as a player, and from what I've heard about Brian as a player, I do not think that you should hold back.
Sounds good.
You know that there is a goal in D&D, and there is a competition that always exists, and the person that wins is the one that makes the DM say F you first.
I see.
But the thing is, like, Tam is also has. I'm pretty sure Tam has never said it to her face, but there are times where she wants
the breath.
to.
100%. Like the time Ruby did the sword, the time Ruby sunk the boat, the time Ruby pursued the other boat. 100% I felt it.
No, the time that all of you have done something, I end the stream and I walk upstairs and I go, "You will never guess what my party just did." My husband looks at me as if he's like, "Why do you play this game?" I'm like, "Because it's the best," but I'm so angry right now.
I look up to the stars and scream, "Why?"
like this Saturday, we're splitting the party again because we don't know where Isaac's doing. Aristas want to go shopping. Artem wants to go shopping. There might be a chance that Artem and Arista can go shopping together because I know Tony has had his one-on-one everybody else except with Arista.
Yeah, I love that when like the party meets up. We also just go like, Artem goes, "Do you guys get like the supplies?" No.
No.
Did you get supplies?
Did you get what you were supposed to?
No.
No.
Like, haven't we done that like twice with when Arista and Isaac go along? It's like Arista just follows along like she is the little sister to Isaac's big brother, and the big brother who gives no fucks to do anything. It's like, yeah,
no,
as long as because Arista will happily do whatever he wants. It's so sad.
I mean, you guys, you did get your did get the Dragon Gold box open, so like you did something, and you did get like your spell list passed over to the Balasars, so you did something, but
and we talked to the crew. They know that they're also employed.
Yeah. Stuff happened. It was all side quests.
I will say, Ruby's in a very his character's finally got to a point where he's like, shit, things might not be like, you know, I can't just smile through this. I gotta actually deal with my emotions. This sucks.
Yeah. No. It's
so he's kind of brooding at the moment.
I'm really excited to see where the rest of you go. Like we're finally getting to a point where I really can start throwing some fun backstory stuff at all of you. And which is awesome. Like the Turtle Island was super fun and all, but like it very much so was that like introduction, like, hey, here's your first quest. And now we're starting to get into like some, okay, let's go see what it's gonna take to save the world kind of stuff, and I'm excited to see what I can throw at all of you.
I'm really excited to learn more about Ruby's backstory because I feel like Ruby and Isaac have very different like worldviews and like
100%. Ruby's backstory, I will say, is surprisingly similar to Arista's.
Yeah, and and the fact that I think Isaac and Arista have been traveling like at this maybe a year and a half, and the thing is they don't. Despite the fact they know each other, they know absolutely nothing about each other.
Like not even that long. Like you guys,
maybe
like I think,
months?
like if probably, like it probably really depends on Isaac. Like, Isaac, how long ago did you set sail? Like,
this would probably be his first stop.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it took some time to get to where you were, Arista, and then like maybe a couple weeks or so. So like, it's not probably like Artem and Ruby have traveled longer together, but like not even years. Like,
I'd say Ruby and Artem have probably been traveling together for like, no. I think what I wrote in Ruby's backstory, it makes sense for it to be like, at most like 4-6 months ish.
Yeah, like everyone is still very new to this, and so like it's been really funny to see how all of your backstories have been like interweaving in such different ways, and been like, okay, cool, you're all like, I feel like you all finally got your sea legs enough that it's like, okay, go have your own boat, go enjoy your catfish, it's fine.
Yeah, I think out of everyone in the party, even like Arista probably knows the most about Ruby's backstory, even compared to Autumn.
And it's weird because they're like Arista is like, both Ruby and Arista are like cut from the same cloth, but in different directions. Like, I think if you really think about it, because as I mentioned, I don't like, at most Arista has been on land maybe a year, at most maybe. So, and the thing is, everything that she knows is from second, third hand, and and I just realized whatever it is that she sees from people dying, and I realized, wow, Arista, you're a lot darker than I thought you would be.
See, that's you just happened to buddy up with the most like dark person on the boat.
Whoa, exactly. What do you mean?
I was gonna say that's kind of perfect because Ruby like puts on this like display of like, oh, don't underestimate me. But in reality, he's still kind of that like soft rich kid that doesn't quite know what he's doing, and he's trying to pass off he's more dangerous than he is. He has no fucking clue what he's doing.
Meanwhile, Arista's the opposite. She is like the ambassador's child who has seen what like the people doing things here and there. So she does not have a nicer view of the world. So, but she just but her personality belays the fact that that's not true.
It's very interesting there. So Ruby and Arista are very similar in that they both use their like overwhelming happiness as sort of a mask, whereas Arista's like hiding more like, the kind of like siren-esque side. Ruby is very much hiding the opposite.
Yeah,
I find it really
she used
funny
to be the siren side because. Go ahead, sorry. Because Arista used to be the dark and tower type. She used to be the siren. Now that she's above it, like, she doesn't need that sirenness. She just can be what she wants to be. Happy and carefree, not give a flying fuck about responsibility. So it's the opposite, actually.
Yeah, sure.
When all of you like sent over your backstory stuff, like I love to make it. One of the reasons why I think that like Avatar: Last Airbender is written so well is because like you have the main plot, right? And then you have like all those like mini character arcs and like that sort of thing. So you feel like people actually do something in the series and that sort of thing. And that's why I love to construct my games like that. So it's just like, okay, like how can I throw backstory stuff in? And like it was just really funny to see like, oh, well, if we do this, this might domino this way, and this might domino this way, and everything. I'm so excited and scared to see what the heck you guys do when you start finding out like everyone's demons and like,
oh boy,
and not even necessarily demons, but like what do you have? Yeah,
hey, you must tell them.
Except for you, Isaac. We all know that those are demons.
Guys, don't worry.
Yeah.
This like, just thumbs up with the jade. Just
you weren't supposed to tell them about the demons yet. What the heck?
Yes, yeah. And I don't know what it. And also, I still, in my mind, I don't know. Like, I know why. Like, I know why Arista is like sort of clings to Isaac. It's because Isaac is all type of personality is all she knew. So he is. I'm sorry for that. It is distressingly familiar, so that's why she likes him, and that's in its own way.
See,
She's not used to people like Ruby and Artem.
See, that kind of plays into Ruby's like aversion of Isaac, because Isaac very much reminds him of people back home. It's really very opposite. It's like, oh, he reminds me of people back home. I like him. He reminds me of people back home. Fuck him.
Yeah. No, I'm also really curious, like, especially because like all of you have had a little bit more game time, like catch a beat. Like, I'm really curious to see what happens with Ball and like where that all starts to snowball, and same thing with Artem. Like, it's gonna be really interesting to see how that continues to snowball and that sort of stuff. I'm having a good time, so I hope that you guys are having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
I am having a great time.
Yeah, I'm finally starting to get into like the strides of like Ruby's character's really gonna like step up a little bit here now that he's questioning like what's happening to his god for the first time and what he might have to sacrifice, and the fact that for the first time he's realizing maybe I can't do this.
Oh, you guys need to get to Lindworm so fast, please.
They really do.
And meanwhile, Arista's going the opposite. It's like, all these gods, they're too much. Why the fuck do we really need them?
I love like the fact that there was practically a conversation at one point of like, we could go to Lindworm or we could do all of this other stuff. And then like I mean, I already had like the Mataro stuff planned of like them getting kidnapped and whatever, but it was just really funny that it's just like, we could go there or we could do all of this other stuff to like not focus on the stuff that we all are not ready to face yet. And it's like,
yes,
it's like, okay, cool. Let me just add a little bit of pressure and see if that changes anything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay, so it looks like the video dropped again, which is totally fine. I probably wanted to wrap this up anyway, just because, like I said, nice loose session of just a nice little fun tavern talk. We're gonna start doing these at least once a month. May start alternating like who's in it, just because between the two games we have a lot of people, so we'll be doing that. But yeah, thanks again for the follow that we got, and feel free to just keep enjoying. And it looks like we're potentially back. But thanks everyone for listening to the Saturday game. Really excited to start up the Monday game as well. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all later.
Have a good